Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, one of the biggest problems I see a lot of people go through when they're trying to lose weight is that they're looking at themselves in the mirror and they're not happy about how they're looking, but also when they put their clothes on, they're not happy with how their clothes fit. You know, I was talking to a guy just yesterday who actually joined my coaching program, and he was talking about how he had lost weight in the past, and he just didn't like the way he looked when he lost the weight. His clothes didn't fit the way he wanted to. He thought that he was going to look completely different than what he looked when he had lost that weight. And so he ended up gaining the weight back. He like, well, damn, I'm not happy with how I look when I lost it, so I might as well just go back to my old ways. And so that's what happened. And so there is a right and a wrong way to do this, okay? And so I want to talk to you about the different reasons why this happens to folks when you're trying to, get your clothes to fit the way you want them to. The first reason is ignorance, okay? Here's what I mean by this, guy. This ain't me picking on you, all right? When I was growing up, I stayed with my granddad and his two sisters. All three of them was big as hell, okay? They were obese. I'm talking about we used to eat soul food every day. I'm talking about fried pork chops, macaroni and cheese, chitlins. I used to hate eating. I ain't even eating. But anyway, and then what else? Pound cake. We used to eat, y'all. And so I had a lot of people in my family that were very, very heavy set. As a kid, I remember hearing folks talking about, yeah, such and such got high blood pressure. Yeah, such and such, they just had a stroke. Like one of my great aunties, her boyfriend had a stroke. He used to talk all the time. After he had the stroke, never heard him talk again. He stopped talking like crazy. All right. And so I say all this because all of them were morbidly obese. But the reason why is because of ignorance. They just didn't know what they didn't know. Back then, we didn't have all this social media and all this abundance of information about nutrition and exercise and the importance of doing these things. And so this is why I go so hard and I'm so consistent with creating content, because not just for the people who are ignorant, meaning you just don't know, but also for people who are trying. But that's one of the first reasons. A lot of folks, they're just ignorant to the fact that if you're not eating the right way, yes, you're going to have health issues. Yes, you can have weight issues also. And that's what was happening with my granddad and his two sisters, among other people in my family. Okay? And so the first stage is just being willing to learn, guys. You got to be willing to learn and educate yourself. People be like, oh man, investing in trainers and coaches and mentors is a scam. Guys, if that's a scam, you might as well say going to college is a scam. Y'all be telling all your kids, baby, you got to go to college. You got to go to college and get an education. What do you think having a mentor or a coach is? All we're doing is educating you. That's what I'm doing. And this is why I tell you, you want to be listening to professionals. Like, I've gone to college for these things. Even though I might curse in my content and all that kind of shit. Guys, I'm educated. I went to Georgia State University and studied nutrition. I went to Georgia State University and studied exercise science. You see what I'm saying? I done stepped on stage and done bodybuilding shows, all kind of shit to educate myself. That way I have the confidence and conviction when I talk to y'all, just straight talk, how I talk to my friends and my family, you feel it. You be like, oh, he for real. That's why some of y'all rock with me, because y'all like, oh, he dead ass. He for real. He ain't sugarcoating nothing. But even though I'm not sugarcoating nothing, I'm still giving you straight facts. I'm giving you what I know works. If I don't know it, I ain't gonna talk about it. There's certain things about fitness and nutrition. If I don't know about it, y'all ain't gonna hear me talking about it. All right? But I do know for sure, one of the biggest reasons your clothes is not fitting and the weight's not going on the scale, ignorance. You're not learning. Okay? That's the first reason. Second reason, I see a lot of folks who are trying. You're eating, you're doing these different crash diets. You're doing the keto. You're doing the detox diets, and you damn near starving yourself. And yes, guys, you can lose weight. It's a lot of people. It don't take a rocket scientist to lose weight, guys. But doing it this way, you're losing weight. And so when you lose the weight, that doesn't mean you're going to be happy about the way you look. You lose everything. You lose the fat and you lose the muscle. And so when you lose both, now you just look skinny fat. That's why when you put your clothes on, you're like, damn, it don't fit the way I wanted it to. You take your clothes off, you're like, damn, all this mushiness, I got to tighten all this stuff up. Because you're starving yourself. That's not go cut it. Another reason that I see, folks who are just doing straight cardio. Every now and then somebody in my DMs, because I be building relationships with y'all. I be reaching out, and some of y'all be reaching out to me on Instagram and Facebook. And folks be like, yeah, I'm just going to do my cardio and lose the weight first. Then I'm going to start hitting the weights. And I be like, why the hell would you ever do that? Well, I don't want to be bulky. Guys, that is not how this works. If you're just doing cardio and you just eat healthy and lose weight, guys, you still going to end up looking skinny fat. Your clothes are not going to fit the way you want them to. If you want to have a little bit of tone, this is what folks be telling me. Women will say the word, they want to be toned. Most men will say, I want to be cut. I want to have definition. All that shit mean the same thing. You want to have some, you don't want to be skinny fat, basically. You don't want to be slim. You don't want to look like you're a pushover. You know what I'm saying? Especially for my men who got family and, you got your wife, you got some kids, whatever it is. You want to look like you can hold your own. Right? And so, therefore, if all you're doing is cardio, you're not going to look like you want to look. You're not going to look like you work out. You're going to be working out, but look like you don't. And so, what you have to do differently is stop focusing on weight loss. You have to start focusing on fat loss, guys. When you focus on fat loss, this is how you look good in your clothes and when you take your clothes off. Yes. Both. You have to build muscle. You can't build muscle just eating protein and being in a calorie deficit, eating less food, focusing on your portions. You can't build muscle doing that. You're not going to tone that way. You can't build muscle just doing cardio, guys. It's not going to work that way. You have to make dates with the weights. Yes, guys. This has to be a lifestyle. This can't be I'm just going to do it for the summer. I'm just going to do it for the beginning of the year because everybody else doing it. I'm just going to do it for my birthday because we're about to go travel. No. That means you're going to lose a little bit of weight, then gain all that shit back. It has to be a lifestyle of wanting to go to the gym. I see folks out here shaming folks. I heard something on social media the other day. This young lady, she had lost like 50 pounds. When she lost the 50 pounds, she told her following, 5,000 of her followers unsubscribed just because she lost 50 pounds. That's crazy as hell. I had no idea folks would just be hating on people who want to be successful. And this is what happens sometimes when you start exercising and wanting to lose weight. Your friends and family members, dare I say friends, I don't know if they're really friends, if they envying, hating on you, but they like, why you going to the gym all the time? Why you doing all this? Why you think you better than that? Oh, go ahead and do your little workout thing then. See how they say little workout thing then? When you see people who say stuff like that, that's shade. They're trying to throw shade, but they're just not being extremely direct about it. But it's shade, okay? And so you have to work out. You have to lift weights if you want to be tightened, if you want to be toned, if you want to have definition. If you want to go from just having a flat stomach to having definition, like having abs, you have to build those muscles. If you don't build those muscles, you won't have it. Then the other reason I see, the guy who just joined yesterday, shouts out to Ron. His wife actually coached me a couple of months back, and he didn't know that she coached with me. And then he reached out to me. We jumped on a game plan call, and he was like, "Yeah, I think my wife did coach with you in the past, but I'm not sure." And then she was like, "Yeah, I coached with Jay." And so that's just a little side note, man. Your boy out here growing, man. Your boy growing. When you're putting good out into the world, man, this will happen to you. When you're putting good out into the world, this will happen. But my whole point is this. Ron, he was like, I just want to work out at home. I just want to, I got some 10-pound dumbbells and some 35-pound dumbbells and a jump rope. And I was like, listen, man, can you lose weight doing that? Hell yeah. But you gonna be bored. It's only so many ways that you could do a push-up at home. It's only so many ways you could do a bench press or a dumbbell row or a shoulder press with some 35-pound dumbbells and some 10-pound dumbbells, guys. You got to go to the gym. You got to, especially if you guys have the money. Like, I get it if you just don't have the resources. See, you guys got to start door dashing or something to stack that bread up. That's a whole nother issue. But if you want to build a body that you're proud of, you look good in your clothes and when you take your clothes off, you're going to have to make some sacrifices somewhere or your goals become the sacrifice. You got to start going to the gym. God, these gyms membership, goddamn $10, $20, $30. What? Guys, y'all spend that much just going to Chick-fil-A. And then getting you some sweet tea or lemonade going home. Get a gym membership. It is not expensive if it's a priority for you. Okay? And so, long story short, Ryan, he was like, all right, cool, man. I'm going to get me a gym membership. And getting a gym membership, now he has an abundance of gym equipment that he can use to build muscle. Guys, some of y'all are so heavy, you're 30, 50, 100 pounds overweight, you can't do a pull-up. And so you have to go to the gym to do lat pull-down machines. Some of y'all, you don't know how to lift with dumbbells yet. So you need to go to a gym to use a row machine, a chest press machine, a shoulder press machine, a leg press machine to build all those different muscles on your body. Ladies, y'all be like, oh, I don't want to look like no man. Your ass is not going to look like no man. You is not taking testosterone pills and boosters and shots like these bodybuilder ladies do. So you are not going to look like a man. You are not. Most women, you won't even train nowhere near as intense as you need to look that way. And so just going to the gym 3-4 days a week is all you need. Lift weights. If you want to be able to age with grace, you want to be able to still be mobile and be able to move around when you get into your later years, guys, you got to build muscle. How do you think you build muscle? You do not build muscle just walking. Oh, I'm just going to do my 10K steps a day. I'm just going to walk. That is not how you build muscle. Oh, I'm just going to drink my protein and eat my protein drink my protein powder and protein bars. You're not going to build muscle. You have to utilize that nutrients that you put into your body by lifting weights. Okay, guys? If you want to look good in your clothes, you have to lift weights. If you want to feel good, all right? If you want to have energy, like mental energy, not having brain fog all the time, not developing heart disease, not dealing with all these other health, erectile dysfunction, all these things, you have to move. You need to do cardio. People be thinking that cardio is just all about fat loss and weight loss. No. You can drop body fat just eating properly and lifting weights without ever doing cardio. But if you want to feel good long term, this is what I'm all about, guys. I'm all about helping you create a lifestyle. That's why I don't talk hacks. I talk habits. Because when you adopt the right habits and routines, this is what you call your lifestyle. The only reason some of y'all are not where you want to be at is because you've created a lifestyle of bad habits. Sipping lemonade all the time. Drinking soda all the time. Too much sweet tea. Not working out. Working out for a couple of weeks and then falling off. You've created a lifestyle of starting and stopping. That's why your belly fat is getting bigger and smaller. Bigger and smaller. That's your lifestyle. And so you have to create a lifestyle of consistent habits and routines. I'm not telling y'all nothing that is just like over the wall, off the wall, saying you got to work out 2-3 hours a day. Guys, I have people in my coaching program working out 3, 4, and some of them 5 days a week. Like the overwhelming majority of my coaching clients work out 3 to 4 days a week, and they're dropping 25, 30, 35 pounds in 3 months, guys. And they're no better than you. They just have structure around what habits and routines they need to have. Some folks, they don't go to the gym because, truthfully, you don't know what you need to do. Therefore, you need to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan and you're making the excuse just to not go to the gym because you don't know what to do, how much longer are you going to be okay and willing to not be happy with how your clothes fit? Not be happy when you take your clothes off? Not be happy that you can't really enjoy your life to the fullest and be confident with how your body looking? That's a big part of our life. That's a huge part of our quality of life. Waking up in the morning, are you happy with what you see? When you put your clothes on, are you happy with how it looks and feels on you? Having the insecurity of like just the sense of like people judging you because you're not happy with how you're looking. Guys, that's a low quality of life. This is why I create so much content, y'all. I'm just trying to wake you up. Wake up. You don't have to keep struggling with the same things you're struggling with. You're tired all the time and thinking that it's normal. It's not normal. You seeing clothes in your closet and you like, damn, can't even fit that no more. I gotta wear some. I'm just gonna wear sweats. Some of y'all need not even wearing your clothes that you used to wear no more because you done gained so much weight. Because you know it's not gonna feel good on you. Guys, it's time for a change. You gotta start setting higher standards for yourself. And sometimes that requires getting around people who have set higher standards for themselves. If you're around people who don't have high standards for themselves, it makes you feel comfortable. But when you start getting around people who have higher standards for themselves, it forces you to start making some changes. It forces you to look in the mirror and be like, damn, is this really what my life gonna be for the rest of my life? Am I really gonna be living like this for like the next 10, 20, 30 years? And in most cases, guys, it don't stay the same. Shit either get better or it's gonna get worse. And we know for sure. I know for sure. If you don't start making some changes, it's gonna get worse. I've been doing coaching over 15 years now, and I've had people who I've chatted with years ago, and they was procrastinating. Yeah, I'll get started next week. Yeah, I'll get started next month. Shit never changes, and they end up gaining more weight. And that's the most, as a coach, I love what I do. Like, guys, I know for me, I have such conviction in myself, I'll be successful in whatever I did. But I find so much fulfillment in doing coaching. But one of the biggest things that like, the dark side of coaching for me is seeing people who have so much potential, but you waste it. You waste your potential on making excuses and procrastinating. I'll get started next week. That week turned into a month. That month turned into a year. Oh, man, life's just so busy right now. Oh, man, I just don't have the money. Guys, we can all find the money. You just got to be resourceful. People who have kids and they be tight with their money, and their kids got to go on that trip with the school or with the kids at school, the field trip. What the parents do? They find the money. Why be damn? They done found $300, $500 so they can let their kid go on this trip. But they can't find $30 a month to go to the gym. They can't find a couple of $100 to invest in a coach or a mentor so they can lose weight, so they can be happy about how they look in their clothes, so that they can be a positive role model for their family and their kids, so they can just enjoy their life. I see so many folks, they so plugged into the Travis Hunter story and all these other people all on social media because their life ain't popping. They just done gave up. Wasted potential. Guys, your life can be popping without being on social media. Get your body on point. Watch how your life just start to take off. Get your health on point. Watch how much more capable that you feel like you can accomplish other things because you done worked on you. If you ain't on point, your life ain't gonna be on point. If your health ain't on point, you're not happy with how you looking, of course there's outliers out there who big as hell and they making money. But it don't take a rocket scientist to know, what if they was in shape? What if they had more energy? Oh my God. Some of y'all out here getting to the bag. How much better would your life be if you was in shape though? If you was happy with how you look? If you had the clothes, if you was able to put on the clothes you really wanted to put on, they fit you, and you was like, woo, boy, I'm about to go buy me some Versace. I'm about to go buy me some Chanel. I'm about to go buy me some Gucci, some Prada. My body, I don't want my body to have nothing else on it but that luxury shit. Because you know you're worthy of having those things. versus the guy who got that big old ass stomach trying to wear Gucci, but folks like, something like that don't look right. You need to lose that big ass stomach. See what I'm saying? You gotta work on your body, man. But anyway, hope y'all find this podcast helpful, man. We out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.